The bad air quality is back, so breathing is not ideal. But otherwise, doing good here. I'm gonna pick up where we left off last week in Samurai Turnabout? Or Turnabout Samurai. Close enough. So, from what I remember, we were about to go into day 2 of trial with a buttload of new clues. So let's see how this goes. Let's see what I remember from last week, because we got a lot of information last time. All right. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Mr. Wright? Oh, I can feel my voice is already a lot better than it was last week. That's a good sign. I think this is going to be a good stream. Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Because I'm dead, remember? This is no time for dead people jokes, please. No, Phoenix, I don't think you get to tell people they can't make jokes about their own, I guess, existential state at this point? You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? It's not overlooked. I've been going crazy over those sleeping pills for, like, the whole time. We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Alright, let's do it. Let's lawyer! Let's detect. October 19th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Oh gosh, I just had Edgeworth. Where did he go? Voices are hard sometimes. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. I have to imagine it's going to be the director, because we're going to make him sweat bullets on the stand and confess. I'm just going to get some more water here. Alrighty. Yep. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Oh no, it's this guy again, right? Oh no. Will the witness state his name and profession? Man sweating bullets up there. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai, noob, awful. Boy, Edgeworth is just, like, in the thick of it, this case. So, Salmonella, I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. Edgeworth can never get people to say their name. Without spoiling, but please tell me, is this just like his trope that like no one will ever just tell him their goddamn name? Because that's so fucking funny. I love that to bits. Like, Edgeworth is a fun character, but it tickles me pink that he is given trouble in the dumbest of ways. Excellent. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Yeah, because a guy is gonna go to prison! Or worse. Okay. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. We're gonna cross-examine the shit out of this guy. Okay. So he was there from around 9. He was, What do you mean, in the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. I can't believe someone would support the villain in a piece of media. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. I want to know what he means by pretty sure. You didn't take a single break? Or, well... yeah, not a one, sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if alibi holds, Powers is finished. Yeah. Okay, so... So, he skipped lunch. What do you mean you hear? Oh, what exactly do they have for lunch? The T-bone steak! The assistant cooked some up! Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it at the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Do I have... It's not in my evidence, but yes. Because there were plates outside of Studio 2. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. What did you want, Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? I demand justice. No, good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? Steak at work. We love steak at work. We took one break during that meeting, even though I just told you repeatedly that we never took any breaks. Wolfed it down then, troll. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We're in the meeting until around 4. Hold it. You just said... well... Yeah, not a 1, Sweats. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops, Raffle! Man, you should not be saying Raffle on the stand. You deserve this music that's about to put you in your grave. I've got you now. Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor. I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Tell us about the time you got lunchies. I totally lol and raffle with the SMH right now. No, Penta. No. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Burk! Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. It's probably not a good sign in a courtroom when the lawyers start laughing. Yeah, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12! Do you get it? I'm a nerd! Who the hell knows time in base 12? Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me, Steams. Oh my god, what a guy. I don't think it would be even enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Okay, so this break. I think important details that I need are what time it was. Or wait, I guess he might have said. We took a break. It's only 15 minutes. But what 15 minutes is what's really important to me, I think. Also, what does base 12 have to do with anything? No, Phoenix, that's not really what I wanted. Our T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Edgeworth was impressed. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak. Okay. I think that's the other thing. I need to know when it was, because if it was at 2 o'clock or so, impossible time to pull out the steaks. Oh, yeah. We need you to eat a steak in front of the court. Why is that? Oh. Wow. Okay. So let's break. We took a break. It was only 15 minutes. Okay. What time exactly did you take this break? I thought that would have been relevant on the next one. I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back instantaneously. I guess it's possible, time-wise. With only 15 minutes, that's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Phoenix, you're just being mean. What the heck, man? Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food, lol. Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? Okay. So I guess we're now looking at... Let's see. I do think... the clock is probably our evidence? Or no. Well... Actually... where would I even present this at? It was only 15 minutes. Wait. Base 12 seems like an interesting tidbit. I wonder if that has something to do with... It's only just enough time to eat a steak. Did I press this one? I don't know if I did. Oh, yeah, he was just being a jerk. We took a break. Okay, so it has to be something. So the autopsy, being at 2:30, the time of death, would line up with the time that they took a break. I mean, the implication is, I think, that it's just, like, not... Let's try, It's only enough time for a T-bone steak. This one's tricky. There's not a lot to, like, debunk here. Let's see. How's the sleuthing? It be sleuthin'. I'm trying to figure out Salmonella's contradiction here. It's only 15 minutes. Not enough time. I'm going to actually argue that it is? Nope. Okay. Oof. Only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak. here. I feel like it has to be... Nope. Boy, I am bombing here. So it's... I'm either trying to disprove that it's enough time to eat a steak, or that it's not enough time for someone to commit murder. It was only 15 minutes. Because their break isn't... I mean, I could maybe try to present the blocked head? Because I feel like that would be, like, somewhat relevant. There's only 15 minutes. Not enough time for someone to, say, commit murder. Except it is? No. Woof, I'm doing terrible here. I'm just not seeing the connection, though. Because... all I have to do is prove he was able to go back to Studio 1 in that time. How am I proving that? That seems very hard to prove if it was only 15 minutes, 15. Do the floor plans? I think I tried that on all the places that I thought it made sense. So the floor plans don't seem to be it. It could so I'm thinking it's either the picture or maybe the autopsy report. Yeah, that's what I was trying to push for, but it didn't buy me anything. Oh, wait. Is it maybe that 15 minutes is the supposed... No, because that's 30 minutes. What if we took a break? It's only 15 minutes. Maybe I'll... That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak. I mean, I do think that there's something interesting about, like, the clock, but I don't know that that's contradictory. It's only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. See, that... I'm still torn to, like... That's a weird thing to say. Because I know I did it at not enough time to do Studio 1 and just enough time for a break. I think I presented that piece of evidence at all 3 of those. So, not enough time to say commit murder. And I think... Objection? No. Have I pressed? I believe so. I'll double check, though. Oh, maybe I didn't press on that? Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. Oh yeah, this was definitely it. Haha. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One? Now, I will say, this seems like a trap. Because it is impossible because of this. Because that happened at... Because that path was blocked from 2:15 to after the time of the murder. But that is assuming... I mean, I feel like... Oh, this is so complicated. This is one of those cases where there's just so many moving parts. Do I claim someone from the trailer? We don't have alibis for any of the other executives that were there. But I do feel like it's actually impossible because of this clock. Yes, I'm claiming it. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook when the trial is over, Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 p.m., the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right. I thought it was Mr. Monkey. True. The break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked, and people can't climb over things. The fallen Mrs. Monkey had barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. I was right. It is Mr. Monkey. There is no way to get around that tree. In fact, human beings have never gotten over a tree before. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Ah!